Fire demonstration at the WOF 20-year celebrations Symposium in the Kruger National Park. This was a lightning fire, and the fire boss arrived on the ground and he decided to call some aircraft. We called a spotter, which will do the aerial command, a fixed-wing aircraft, Air Tractor 802, and 2 helicopters with heli attack teams from Nelspruit. The spotter arrived over the fire and started engaging with the fire boss on the ground. The fire boss controls communicates with the spotter that controls the aircraft, and then communicate with the ground crews on the ground. Now, you know, the aircraft cannot put out the fire without crews on the ground. Some people think the aircraft is there to fight the fire and put it out. That's not the case. The aircraft is like a fire tanker on the ground. You need a crew to take the hoses and cool down the fire and put it out. And the same is in a bushfire like this. We use ground and aerial to suppress a fire. The aircraft cools down the fire so that the ground crews can get closer to the fire and then start putting it out.
In the Kruger National Park, it's very important to burn because the biome or the vegetation type that you see or occurs in the Kruger National Park is called savanna. So it's an existence of trees and grasses, and therefore in order to have them in a balanced state or one not to dominate over the other, you need fire to maintain that coexistence. So once you pull fire out of the system by suppressing fires, you get a dominance of grass, of woody vegetation, and therefore that's not acceptable or allowed, or we don't like that. So it's better to maintain that balance. It's good to have fire as the driver that can control the amount of trees and grasses that you have. Also, we like to burn in the Kruger because it's such a large landscape, and we need to remove moribund material that's usually dead, and the grasses are not palatable or nutritious. So in order for the grazers to have access to more nutritious grasses, a fire can come through and burn the moribund material, and then you get a green flush, and it's much better for the animals. And then thirdly, the reason why we burn is to actually reduce the fire risk in the Kruger National Park, because we have a lot of tourism infrastructure here. We've got a lot of buildings, a lot of people in the park, and we would like to reduce the fuel load so that near our infrastructure, and fire is a very economical way to do that, to reduce fire risk in this landscape.
We've just seen the demonstration of aerial support, which has been good. The fireworks was ignited. A spotter came, spotted the fire as part of the procedure, and fire extinguishing began. It went well.
Currently, I'm here to have a joint adventure with Working on Fire. I'm very proud of what Working on Fire did today. We have learned a lot. It shows that aerial firefighting is very, very vital, because the wildfires can go at any direction at any time.